Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my 2022 TBR list for you guys. So my videos are a little bit mixed up at the minute. I still need to do my 2021 reading wrap up. I have some makeup videos coming for you guys. I have some roller skate videos coming for you guys. I've got a ton of stuff coming and they're all mixed up. Nothing is in order, I'm sorry. But there's stuff coming. Anyway, so this is my little pile. I mean, I'm not great at sticking to TBR goals just because I like to pick up a book that I'm feeling and read it. Whereas if it's I have to read a book, you know what I mean? It's not as great. Anyway, so first I want to try and read 2 books a month, which so far hasn't happened, although I'm hoping, I know for a fact that I get into reading phases where I will just read tons and tons, and then it'll be at the moment where reading doesn't really interest me and I'm more into something else, i.e. makeup at the moment. But I tend to go through my 3 phases of makeup, roller skating and reading, so you know. Anyway, let's get into it. So first I have Heathen by Sean Hudson. I'm about a third of the way through this book, and this was supposed to be one of my January reads. So obviously January hasn't gone great, but I do want to get this book finished within the next week or so. It's currently the 31st of January, so I want to try and get this finished within the first week of February, if that makes sense. Just so I can kind of carry on with my TBR. And then I've got Timber Comes Home by Sheila Jeffries, because I have quite a few YA books and YA series, not sure if that's the right word, that I haven't read but I've bought because I thought they looked quite nice. So this is Timber Comes Home. So yeah. And then I've got Solomon's Kitten by Sheila Jeffries, because I read Solomon's Tale in about 2015 and then I bought this one and I still haven't read it, so. And then I've got Bird Box by Josh Malerman. So this is another one that I bought it when it was when it was the thing on Netflix. Right now it seems to be Squid Games, but when it used to be Bird Box, everybody was going on about it. I didn't have Netflix, and so I bought the book, and then I read about 20 pages into the book and I didn't touch it since. So that's not for any particular reason except for I got distracted from it. So I want to read that one. And then I've got This Is What Happened, well, I was about to say This Is What Happened Next. This Is What Happened by Mick Herron. This doesn't seem to be my kind of thing, but I don't know, something about the cover did kind of intrigue me. So it seems to be a murder mystery / thriller thing, a crime thriller. I'm not sure if it's a murder thing actually. Yeah, someone goes missing and it's a thriller of solving the case. Yeah, I don't know, never heard of it. Picked it up at a secondhand book exchange. And then I've got The Warning by Catherine Croft. I am so excited for this. This is probably going to be the next book that I read, because basically I will read you the summary on the back. You need to find out the truth about what happened to your son. Don't let this rest. Don't believe the lie. 3 years ago, Zoe's son Ethan was found drowned in a muddy river by their home, along with his best friend Josh. With no witnesses, their deaths were ruled a tragic accident. Heartbroken, Zoe and her family moved away and are just beginning to get back to normality when, out of the blue, Zoe receives an anonymous email telling her that Ethan's death was no accident. Zoe soon starts an obsessive hunt for the truth, but why is her husband so reluctant to help? And why is Josh's mother so determined not to believe her? Does that not sound like such a ride? Honestly, I can't wait for this. And then I've got Silka's Journey by Heather Morris, because I read The Tattooist of Auschwitz a few years ago and I loved it. I know that there have been some like split opinions over that because of like the accuracy to the true history, and kind of the writing style in respect to the true history. However, I really loved it. I found it a really interesting story. I found it like, I found it so easy to read as well. I could just like literally get lost in the story. It was so interesting but also so like emotional. I loved it. So I've got Silka's Journey as well. And then I've got the Children of Eden like series by Joe Graceffa, because I bought this in the first lockdown because I was like, oh, this can be my thing. I can like read this set that I've always wanted to read since I was like a school kid. And I never read it. It's still in the plastic. So yeah, I want to read that series. Also, I will put them up on screen, but like the cover art for these books is stunning. Like, I don't know whether it's just because I've been like a creative student for like pretty much my whole life, but right now I'm studying graphic design, graphic communication, whatever, and oh my god, these covers, man, love them. And then I've got the Worst Witch series. I think I am missing a couple of books, but I don't think this like box set is the whole set, if that makes sense. But yeah, I want to read this Worst Witch collection because I loved these when I was at school. I want to read them again. I won't lie, I want to read them again. And then I've got A Cat Affair by Derek Tanji, I'm not sure. My mum bought this book because it's got cats and donkeys on the back of it and that's like her thing. And she doesn't read. She's like adamant that she's not going to read. So yeah, I thought I'd read it instead. And then I've got How to Be a Better Rider, Advanced Motorcycling, The Essential Guide. I've grown up around motorbikes. My dad's a motorcyclist. He has been for his whole life. I grew up around motorbikes, and when I was 10 years old I was a passenger on motorbikes all the time. That's how I used to get to and from school and everything. That's what we did on weekends, was I got on the back of the motorbike with him. And now that I'm old enough, I've had the moped for a year and I'm now on my 125, and I plan on going up through all of the bikes that I can. So yes, I thought this might be a bit of a helpful read. It was like 20p from like a charity stall, so I thought it should be beneficial to me. And then I've got Wicker by Harmony Nice. I did watch her on YouTube a few years ago. Not a few years ago, probably about a year ago, 2 years ago. I was a big fan of her on YouTube, and then I bought her book, and then I have a shelf specifically for my like witchcraft and like ghosty books to like keep them up out of the way, because I like to keep them nice. And while they're up there I forget to read them. Like I literally forget that they exist. So I've got this one down because this is one I really want to read. So yeah. And then one that I don't have with me right now is Alfie Comes Home. It's another like YA book that I've got, that I was gifted, that I haven't read, that I want to get out, like not out of the way, but you know what I mean. And then I also need to read The Highway Code, because while I have my license to ride my motorbike, I don't have a license for a car, and by the summer I hope to be fully licensed to drive a car. So The Highway Code is going to be something that I'm going to keep trying to read a few times and like study it a bit. You know how it works. So yes, if you want to see my reading progress and what I'm reading, in the link in the description below there will be my Instagram and also my Goodreads, as well as my TikTok, and all that good stuff will be down below, so you can see everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm reading, everything. Yes, so I'm going to try and stick to this list. I'd like to get a bit further than this list. I really do hope to make like a second TBR list like at some point in the year, but I don't know how that's going to go because I do have a very busy year this year. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As I said, everything that you need will be in the description below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!